Imagine being with someone who seems to effortlessly understand you. They laugh at the same jokes, share your taste in movies, and have opinions that perfectly align with yours. It feels like destiny, doesn't it? But what if this connection isn't as organic as it seems? Beneath the surface, there might be something deeper, people-pleasing tendencies born out of fear rather than love. Today, we'll dive into 7 key insights about people-pleasers and relationships, explore their psychology, and discuss how to nurture authenticity. The last point is a game changer for anyone seeking real love, so stay tuned. Point 1: The thrill of similarity. At the start of any relationship, similarities often feel like magic. They enjoy the same obscure band you've loved for years. They think your go-to pasta recipe is the best thing ever. Even your guilty pleasures, like rewatching an old sitcom or indulging in late-night ice cream, seem to delight them. This perfect alignment feels comforting because, deep down, many of us crave validation. But here's the catch: excessive similarity might not reflect genuine compatibility. Instead, it could be a sign of people-pleasing. Their enthusiasm might not be about shared interests, it might be about their need to make you happy, at the cost of their own identity. Point 2: Small inconsistencies emerge. Over time, subtle inconsistencies start to surface. That sweater they said they adored? You later find it tucked away or replaced with something entirely different. The colleague they once described as impossible suddenly becomes their lunch companion. Even their life goals, once shared with certainty, now feel unclear. These moments are confusing and can feel like betrayals. But they're often not about dishonesty. Instead, they're indicators of inner conflict, a battle between their true self and their desire to be what you expect. Point 3: The psychology of people-pleasing. People-pleasers aren't deliberately deceitful, they're driven by fear. Many grew up in environments where expressing their true selves led to rejection or punishment. Maybe their parents dismissed their opinions, or peers mocked their interests. Over time, they learned that blending in and agreeing with others kept them safe. This behavior becomes a survival mechanism, but in adult relationships, it creates challenges. They might mirror your interests or suppress their feelings because they fear conflict or worse, losing you. Point 4: Why it's tricky in love. In romantic relationships, people-pleasing can be particularly challenging because it taps into our deepest desires. We want to believe we've found someone who shares our worldview and values. But as time goes on, doubts creep in. You might wonder, do they actually like this song, or are they pretending? Are they truly aligned with me on important issues like finances, family, or long-term goals? These questions aren't trivial. They can shape the foundation of your relationship. If people-pleasing behavior persists, it blurs the lines between genuine connection and performative agreement. Point 5: The core fear of people-pleasers. At the heart of people-pleasing is a profound fear of rejection. Many people-pleasers grew up believing their value depended on meeting others' expectations. A disapproving parent, a harsh teacher, or a critical friend might have taught them that being honest was dangerous. As adults, they carry this fear into relationships. They avoid expressing dissenting opinions because they're convinced it will lead to conflict, judgment, or abandonment. This fear isn't about you, it's about wounds from their past. Point 6: How we react can make it worse. Here's the difficult truth: our reactions to people-pleasing behavior can either reinforce or break the cycle. When inconsistencies arise, it's natural to feel frustrated or betrayed. But reacting with anger or accusations often confirms their worst fear, that honesty leads to rejection. For example, if they admit to not liking something they pretended to enjoy, an explosive response might make them double down on lying in the future. This creates a destructive loop where mistrust grows, and authenticity feels even riskier. Point 7: My favorite: How to foster authenticity. Breaking this cycle requires patience and a bit of creativity. Humor can be an incredible tool. A thoughtful gesture, like gifting a toy chameleon, can symbolize your understanding of their struggles. When they express a different opinion or admit to something unexpected, respond with openness rather than frustration. If they suggest a new idea for a weekend plan or express a differing view on an issue, validate their honesty. For instance, you might say, "I hadn't thought of it that way, tell me more." Over time, these small moments of acceptance help build trust. They learn that it's safe to disagree, to express their true feelings, and to stop hiding behind the mask of people pleasing. Understanding and supporting a people pleaser isn't always easy, but it's worth the effort. By creating a safe space for honesty, you're not just helping your relationship, you're giving them the freedom to be their authentic self. And in love, there's no greater gift than that. Remember, an honest disagreement will always strengthen a bond more than a perfect lie ever could.